All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. This is gonna be DF Kit Car Build 3, and it's about 9 o'clock at night after a very busy week in Las Vegas, and I am toasted, but I have, not like drunk, but tired, super tired. But I've been dreaming about getting back to this all stinking week. If I'm not like bringing the energy in this video, that's what's up. Anyway, let's get to the build. All right, so earlier today I had to order a shorter Serpentine Belt. I think this one is like 40 something inches. I had to go down to a 34.5. This was on here like this, but there was an AC motor here that we took off because there's obviously not going to be any air conditioning in the vehicle. So now the Serpentine Belt is too long. Got that in order. Thank you, Amazon. It was like $9, super sweet. And this is what was crazy. So if your Serpentine Belt goes out and if you go into the auto shop, these things are like $9, but they will charge you about $150, $175 just for the labor to replace these. Look it up, figure out how to do it yourself, save yourself some money, literally $10. And whenever you take it off, you'll see the codes. This right here on the outside of the belt gives you all the data you need in order to replace the belt. And then you'll want to look on the inside as well and find out how many ribs it has. This one has 5 ribs. You get a little socket and you pry that up, this little bar lifts, and you can easily just slide this on and replace it. All right, so I'm thinking first up is running this this clutch line, which thank you Manuel Atala for mentioning that I need to get that sucker installed because it's gonna go down through here and follow the brake line as well back to the back. And if I put anything else in here, it's probably gonna be a little bit difficult to do that. Okay, yeah, for anyone that's got a standard version of this, definitely suggest installing the clutch line first. I mean, it's just metal that you can bend back to the right place, but I think I had to deform it a little bit to kind of fit it around all the stuff. Okay, now that the line runs up right here, I'm gonna go ahead and get the clutch actually installed right here. So the pedal drops down and sitting right there. And the clutch is, boom. All right, so see the frame right here? The clutch just drops in. So just leave this part loose right here while we get the supplied hardware to bolt this on. And then the cylinder for this, the rod, is gonna go through here, through that little hole. All right, clutch pedal was installed. There we go. Okay, next up is actually connecting the clutch to its master cylinder. And you can see right here, so you got the little angled insert that locks it in. If you look on the frame part, you've got the little teeth that sit out. You have the supply tube, so when you push it in, obviously the hole on that side, I've got to make sure that this rod is in there. But you have the supply tube at about 9 o'clock, and then rotate it 90 degrees so where the supply tube is vertical from there, and it should be locked in. All right, next up is connecting the radiator to the hoses that run through the frame. So the top part of the radiator is going to go down through here and connect to that end of the hose, which runs through the frame back to the engine back here. And then the, let's see, the bottom end of the radiator here will connect to this end of the hose, right? So as the fluid flows through. Also, I'm curious if any of y'all know how to get this light to stop buzzing. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, you probably can. But none of my other lights buzz. And this one does, and it's super annoying. I just hit it with a piece of balsa wood and it didn't do anything. I'm guessing that's not the right answer. All right, now the hose is the same length on both sides. Just gonna connect it here, and then again, we're sending it down to that guy. All right, now that the hose is connected on both sides for the radiator, we're moving on to a fuel tank installation. Fuel tank installed. Check it out. It's simply just some large metal bands wrapped around the frame to hold it in place, and then we've got some trimmed rubber sealed in there to kind of protect it and hold it still. All right, so this is the filler neck, because then we're gonna go right here with the gas cap and clamp that on so that way it just dumps right into the fuel tank. And then the fuel pump will go in there and feed to the engine.
Boom, baby, that was a piece of cake. There you go. Fill her up.
All right, I've messed with it about 15 different ways. I can't just by myself get the engine under the, you gotta lift the frame up and then set it down on top of the engine, and I can't seem to lift it from both sides and move it. So I need to wait for another human tomorrow to help me get this done. So guess it's bedtime. It's been a long week. This is energizing to me. It just helps to decompress the mind. It's like a form of meditation for me. All right, y'all. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll catch y'all in the next build. Let me know what y'all think in those comments. Peace.